Get in, loser, we're going shopping. We're finally building some minifigures on the channel. And 1, 2, 3. Recently, guys, I've been hanging out in my city, adding some of the builds that we've done recently. But it's felt really lonely. You know, I'm running out of minifigures and I just needed some more. I know some of you guys wanted to see some minifigures from AliExpress, so today we are delivering on that promise. We have 3 big packages here, all filled with minifigures. So we're gonna get them out of the packaging, unbox them, and have a look. These all came pretty quick, to be fair to AliExpress. Sometimes their stuff can take a while, but I think I ordered these about a week ago, and the last package just came today. They were a bit spread out. So ordering process not too bad at all. First one. Be way easier, I just pulled it out. No more. I went flying. That's number one, package number one. Package number two. Package number three. In package one, we got 8 minifigures. In package two, we got 6. And in package three, we got 2. So that's a grand total of 16 minifigures for today. And the price for everything, including the minifigures, the shipping, and tax, came out to £25, which isn't too bad for minifigures. Obviously, they have become quite expensive when they're real Lego. But AliExpress is always giving us solutions. Obviously, minifigures are like the pinpoint of Lego. You know, think of Lego, you think of a minifigure. Whether it's the classic design of the yellow headman or the newer Batman superhero kind of stuff. I was debating getting some city minifigures for today's video, but you know what? That's boring. I know what you guys want to see. You guys want to see proper heroes, characters that you know, the best people in fiction. That's what I've done today. We've gone for some massive characters, some characters from your favourite shows and films, and some interesting molds. All the packaging looks pretty good. They just come in small plastic bags. And weirdly, what normally happens is the legs, torso, and head are already together, and the hairpiece and any accessories come separately. When I say come separately, they're in the same bag, but they just come not together. Oh, and the arms are never attached. So you don't get the whole experience of building a minifigure unless you just take apart the head and the legs, which are weird. I mean, everything looks good, so I might just put on a cheeky little time lapse, get all these minifigures built, and then review them one by one. Yeah, let's do that. So as you can see, the minifigures are now completed. So what we'll do now is we'll go through each store I ordered from and review all their minifigures one by one, and then have a look if they are ballistic brick certified or not. So from the first store we bought from, we picked up an Omni-Man, an Invincible, a Spider-Man Noir, a Deadpool, and a Wolverine. Now this shop included like a little minifigure, were included with all the purchases apart from Spider-Man Noir for some reason. So first of all, our Omni-Man, really like this, was really easy to put together. The cape looks really good. There's a lot of printed pieces for all the body and arms and legs, which is nice. And the hairpiece looks really good. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this little version of it, but it is quite nice too. It's printed really cool. And the set comes with one extra handpiece. Next up, we have Invincible himself. Now the printing is pretty nice, but obviously we can see on the arms here, we've not got any of the inside printing, it's just on the outside of the arms. The hands were also a bit hard to put in, and you can see they're sticking out a little bit. The hairpiece is pretty cool though, and you can also change around the heads to the other side for this more battle depicted Invincible. Low Invincible is pretty cool, you know, he's rocking that outfit and everything. And we get one spare handpiece. Spider-Man Noir took me ages to build. For ages I couldn't figure his cape out, and I literally was out there searching how to do it, but obviously it's a fake, so there's not much options. Basically, instead of the cape going over the head, it goes around the arms, and then you put the arms in like over the cape, which was a very interesting design. I love Spider-Man Noir, you know, I love a bit of Nick Cage, so this was just the perfect minifigure for my collection. It also comes with this headpiece, which doesn't look as good in my opinion, but it is cool that it's included. And of course, we get a missing hand too. Next up, we have Deadpool, which is a bit of a weird one. So as you can see over here, I actually have a Deadpool and Wolverine that's been sitting on my desk for a while. That was sent to me by Lego Man Cave. So I thought I'd get maybe a few more and try and build up like a Deadpool and Wolverine army. Now the minifigure does look really good, all the printing looks great, and all the gun and blade molding is really nice. However, we also get a second blade here, and I can't get the other one into the back, it doesn't work. We get a lot of random pieces here too. I'm not really sure what any of this has to do with the Deadpool figure, and I can't really figure out how it is meant to go into the figure itself, apart from the two spare hands. We also get another gun just for good luck. Oh, look at little Deadpool, isn't he just so cute? This Wolverine figure is crazy. First of all, the claws really stand out. They're like proper metal and they kind of shine and it's really cool to see. We also have like body armor which makes him look extra buff and is really nice. And in general, all the printing just looks really good here. I mean, they've made a great figure. We also get the classic Wolverine hair and I can't actually get the helmet off to show it on this figure. But it does mean, you guys remember my other video of the Deadpool and Wolverine into the Lego City. I didn't have a hairpiece for Wolverine, so I guess this is a spare one for him now. I forgot the name of this little guy, but we also get a little figure of him instead of like a little version of Wolverine, which is interesting. And a spare handpiece. So overall, the first store we bought from was really cool. The minifigures are amazing and they all look great, but we do have a few random pieces in here that kind of look a bit weird. This store is getting a 9 out of 10 and is Ballistic Brick certified. Our next store only contains this one minifigure, but wow, what a figure this is. We've got Ash Ketchum here from the Pokemon series, and the printing is just so good. We have a little Pokeball, I mean, we've got all the details, we've got his backpack, even back leg printing. A really cool minifigure. And even better, we get a little Pikachu involved in this set to stand with him. And like, doesn't this just look absolutely fantastic? Now, the big problem with some of these minifigures were we just kept on getting some random pieces like this where I just couldn't figure out what they were needed for. And because the minifigures don't come with any instructions, it was a little bit unclear. The Ash Ketchum store gets a 9 out of 10, but only because I don't know what these are for, and I just want to know that everything else is perfect. Our next store was the horror store. The Vampire Dracula kind of minifigure was the only minifigure that's not based on a real character out of the lot. But I remember seeing this minifigure back in the day when they used to be sold in Lego sets, and I always wanted one, so I finally treated myself to one. The cape is really cool, and all the printing looks great. And he comes with a little bat. No spare hands though. The other figure we got is Ghostface. Ghostface does look really cool. We've got some cool printing and a little knife, along with a cape that wraps around the body. Now guys, if you want to see any Ghostface content from me and my friend Reese Marsland, who was in one of the other videos, made a Scream fan short film as an intro for a college production. And we made that with a few friends from college who haven't really been on the channel yet. These minifigures were great to put together. This store's getting a 10 out of 10. So the last store we bought from was a store containing the boys' minifigures. And of course, we've got to start with the main man himself, Homelander. The printing on this body is just amazing, and we get his classic America-styled cape. I mean, just look how menacing this guy looks. You can also turn his face around for this one, and that's because he does come with a milk bottle, as seen in the show. And we go and get a spare hand in this set. Next up, Billy Butcher. He's rocking his iconic Hawaiian shirt as always. His hair is a little bit flat, which I don't love, but it still looks really good considering the figure. Of course, we've got back printing and leg printing, and all the printing looks really good. And he comes with a crowbar. In case you wanted to show Billy and Homelander getting into their season 3 fight, you can also change around Billy's head to him having laser eyes. Billy comes with the baby that I think was shown in one episode, but I can't really remember now. And this minifigure is a little bit weird, I'm not going to lie. I think the head's a bit too big for the body here. And don't forget the spare hand. Huey is also included in our collection today. Got some really nice printing in the body. Obviously, most of the boys' characters just wear normal clothes, but they've done a great job at using loads of detail to show this off. He comes with a walkie-talkie and is overall a pretty nice minifigure. So now to save me some time, all of these boys' figures come with a spare hand, so we know that's going to be included in every single one. And Memo is a very interesting character. He comes with a little gun and is pretty dripped out. He's got some really nice clothing detail here. He even got some fresh Jordans on, which is pretty nice. Apart from Homelander and Billy, none of these characters really have changeable heads, but that's completely fine because the heads they come with are pretty nice as it is. We've then got Frenchie, who I think is probably the most show accurate. I mean, like, come on, that guy is literally Frenchie, you know, from what he's wearing to the hairpiece to the syringe and gun. He just is perfect. And finally, we've got Kumiko, which probably isn't the best representation of her character, but it is pretty cool when it's shown with the other ones because you can kind of tell who she is pretty quickly. A lot of great printed pieces and looks good. What I don't love is that this one comes with a gun instead of any other piece, which feels a little bit off-brand for her character. Overall, this store gets a 7 out of 10, but only really because some of the face designs are a little bit weird. They look like they're trying to be too realistic, and I'm not sure if it works for me, but still really cool, and I'm happy to have these figures because they are really nice. And our final store today is where we picked up some Adventure Time minifigures. I really like this Finn figure. It's pretty simple like the actual Lego one, but it does work. Got his little green backpack there, and his sword, which looks absolutely stunning. Yeah, everything just works here and it looks pretty good. He also comes with a little Jake the dog in case you didn't get the Jake separately. And it's okay. Obviously, it doesn't look too much like the Jake we see in this show, but it's nice inclusion. And finally, we get Jake the dog himself. Pretty simple, short minifigure, all the yellow body, and then just with a big headpiece to put over. And like, there's not much to say. Come on, that's Jake the dog. There's not really much more to it. He comes with like a violin and some random little stick thing, which I don't really know what that is, but still pretty cool. Would have been cool if we had some bacon pancakes though. This store gets a 9 out of 10. So for our money's worth, I feel like I've definitely got some great minifigures here. All of these minifigures I'm happy that I bought, and they're all ballistic brick certified. I can't wait to add them to the city because I just think they're really unique and like special editions that maybe some people won't have. And I might do some individual episodes like with the Invincible stuff, maybe another Deadpool one, even add in all the boys figures and the Adventure Time figures, all really cool stuff. And that Ash Ketchum is amazing. I love the Pikachu. And again, this keeps inspiring me to go and get that Mega Bloks Pokemon Center thing. But I just still haven't got around to finally purchasing it. So I'm mostly happy with today. I feel like I got some really nice minifigures to add to the collection. Normally, I'm not a big minifigure guy. I love minifigures, but I'm not one of those who goes and spends like £70 on some exclusive minifigure. Which is why it's so cool that AliExpress, you can kind of experiment, get a few minifigures for really cheap, like under £1 each, and obviously before shipping and everything, and just makes everything really cool. So I would definitely recommend picking up some of these minifigures and maybe having a browse if you can find some of your favorite characters in fiction on there, because they do some crazy stuff. They do a lot of great Spider-Man and general Marvel and superhero stuff that I didn't pick up just because I feel like I've already got the figures and I don't want too many of the same characters, unless it's people like Deadpool and Wolverine, where you can, get a few and it kind of makes more sense. So I've been Ballistic Bricks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you really liked all the minifigures on display here. Let me know if there's any minifigures you want to see in other videos that I'll review. And if you want to see all these figures get added to the city, maybe consider subscribing so you can see the videos where they get added. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have had a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.